Hello there everybody, this is GameOrNought and today we are checking out Horrified Dungeons and Dragons from Ravensburger. I saw this at UK Games Expo very briefly. It was super exciting. I was very excited to check it out. So I was so happy when I got sent a copy. Let's have a look at what's in the box. But before we do, don't forget to like, share, subscribe, follow, or whatever it is that you have to do to keep in touch with GameOrNought. So now, let's dive in. Firstly, we need to talk about just the box as you open it. So the box itself is designed to look like a mimic. And all the way around the edge is this mimic chest look. Which is just an outstanding attention to detail. Big thumbs up for that. Then you have the instruction booklet. I like the fact that it's designed to look like an old school rulebook with this sort of leather type effect on it and some stitching down the side. It's not, it's just screen printed, but it is still a lovely detail and it's a sign of the whole package, the quality that goes into it. You then also have these cards that are the boss information cards. These are all four of the bosses that are in the game. You have a beholder, displace a beast, mimic, dragon, and you also have the Red Dragon's Horde card, which is specifically for when you are using the Red Dragon. And this is because the Red Dragon has an extra layer of difficulty to it where you have to solve a puzzle or a series of puzzles before you can actually take on the Red Dragon. And something that I particularly like about these boss cards, these monster setup cards, is that on the back it tells you how to set up each monster, but also it's designed to look like the bestiary of Volothamp Gedar. Or Volo, from Volo's Guide to Monsters. So for Dungeons & Dragons fans, it is a lovely little Easter egg and a nod to a famous character in the Forgotten Realms. You also have these perk cards. These cards give your character a special advantage or a skill or an ability or something different than they normally have. You get one at the start of the game and you collect them as you play. And these are wonderfully designed, a bit like tarot cards in a way. And they are designed to reflect famous characters, places, gods, goddesses from the Dungeons & Dragons world. Again, just another lovely set of Easter eggs for Dungeons & Dragons fans. As a part of the cards that you get, you also get these reminder cards. I find these invaluable when I'm playing a game, especially when I'm introducing them to new players. Please, board games, include these where you can. They are so fantastically helpful. These ones tell you about the monster phase and the hero phase. And there's also a specific one for when you are taking on the beholder. Then you also have the monster deck. In the monster deck, each one will have an event, the amount of items you're going to draw, and then some images at the bottom that tell you what happens that turn. So which monsters activate, how far they move, how heavy they attack. Some of these are citizens, which means the citizen is going to join the board. Some are specific actions. And these dictate what the monster is going to do if you hold them the right way around. You also have the Horrified Haversack, which is where all of the item tokens are going to be stored. And these are lovely quality, nice thick cardstock, really nice printing on them. And it contains an item, the name of the item, the power that item has, and its name. There are 5 base playable characters in Horrified Dungeons & Dragons. You have the Fighter, the Bard, the Rogue, the Wizard, and the Cleric. And there's a lot of things that I love about these. One is that they're just really nice to look at. They are beautiful pieces of tabletop filler, I suppose, but they actually serve a purpose as well. They tell you what your character's special ability is. In Horrified Dungeons and Dragons, each special ability is a dice roll ability, so the bard can move people around, for example. What I also love is that they are designed to look like banners, which is entirely unnecessary because they're not going to be that face up on the table, but it's lovely. Again, that attention to detail has been put there. You then have some dice specifically for Horrified Dungeons and Dragons, including this lovely sparkly D20. You also have a huge amount, or I think a pretty good amount, of miniature standees. These represent the citizens that are trying to get to safety in the city, and your playable characters. So you've got the bard there, for example, and Mert, the moneylender. And on the citizens, it tells you where they are going to go to, or where they want to get to for safety. And the player characters also have coloured standees, so you can see very clearly which one is which, even if you can't see the picture on the standee. These are fantastic quality. They are absolutely superb. They could easily be used in an actual game of Dungeons & Dragons to represent characters. They are such a lovely addition to the game. It's such a great quality. They really are fantastic to look at on the tabletop. They do make it stand out. You also have 3D minis for each of the enemies. For example, this red dragon, which also has some tokens for its puzzle. You have this beholder, who is on a floating post so that it looks like he's floating, which is really nice. Again, attention to detail, and the base has got lots of treasures on it as well, very much like a beholder would do. You have this wonderful mimic chest, which is lovely. It's got little eyes on the top as well. It's got the tongue coming out. Again, these could easily be used in a Dungeons & Dragons game or any tabletop game. And you have a Displacer Beast with their little tendrils sticking out. Really good quality as well. It's not what you might call full-on 3D mini quality. It's not resin print quality, but it's actually really good quality. They do look great. I am interested to see what they look like painted up, but I haven't done that yet. And last but not least, you have the board itself. This, I have to say, is a gorgeous playing board. The colour palette, the design, the clarity on it is fantastic and is a lovely representation of Waterdeep. I'd be really interested to see if we could get some other Dungeons & Dragons cities as well, because it's labelled as Waterdeep. So I'm hoping we're going to get some expansions and maybe some other cities and towns from Dungeons & Dragons. That would be really fantastic to see. But the board itself is beautiful. It looks great on the tabletop. It's got all the information you need. It's got the place names, a number next to them. It tells you a lot once you start playing the game, what you have to do or where things go. So it's a really, really well designed board. I was quite surprised by this. I was astonished really to see it in person when it came, because of how good it looks. It could easily go up on a wall as a piece of art. Love it. And so there you have it. That is what's in the box of Horrified Dungeons and Dragons from Ravensburger. I have played it. I really enjoyed it. There will be a full review coming soon, so keep an eye out for that. But that is what's in the box. Let me know in the comments if you will be picking up a copy of Horrified Dungeons and Dragons. Don't forget to like, share, subscribe, follow, or whatever it is that you have to do to keep in touch. And until next time, goodbye.